What is going on to you, Cancer Crabs? You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. So there's definitely a sense of you, Cancer Crabs, putting out way more effort in relationships than what you actually get back. So there's definitely a sense of you, Cancer Crabs, feeling a little bit underappreciated. And you're probably right. You probably are underappreciated, if I'm going to be honest with you, right? No one that has value, that brings value to the table, is going to be appreciated to the degree that they should be. That's just how life is. You know, people will never be able to actually pay you back for anything that you do. And this kind of gives credence to why it is that people spend the rest of their life continuing to give. Not only they're willing to be generous and give because it's coming out of their own spirit, right? It's something that they're called to do. They give from the heart. But it's also something to the effect of how it is that you you will never actually be able to get back all of the value that you've given out. And that when it comes to people who are parasitic, it's the exact opposite. They want all of this stuff, but then they don't actually bring value, if any. And if they do bring value, they bring very little bit to the table. But then they want so much. They want the world in a chokehold. They want the world served up to them on a silver platter. And these three cards in on itself is about how, you Cancer Crabs know that you're underappreciated. And, this is why you've broken things off with some people who want to be stupid heads, demanding so much and talking a big game to you, Cancer Crabs. And you, Cancer Crabs, don't want to have anything to do with them at all. The Ten of Wands and the Hermit is about how, so you can walk away and be by yourselves quite comfortably. I've said this before, but Cancer Crabs is the zodiac sign of isolation, right? Your home, your sanctity, wherever your heart is where your home is. And wherever your home is, that's where it is that water signs, in particular, the Cancer Crabs, go back to rejuvenate from being from the outside world. Water signs don't like to really go outside. Cancer Crabs, y'all will do it to take a break from the house, just to kind of come outside and get some fresh air and everything like that. But make no mistake about it. It's not about going outside. It's more so in the sense of taking a break from the house so that you can not get sick of being up in the house. It has nothing to do with not wanting to be in the house. It has everything to do with taking a break from the house so you can actually get back to it. Okay. So if these people are thinking that they know you and you're going to easily come back to them, like it is, I said before, a Cancer Crab's cutoff game, when it is that a Cancer Crabs has the ability to go, nah, I'm done, and then walk off, is impeccable and it's immaculate. The Emperor and the Queen of Swords and the Chariot. Now, the Chariot does represent you, Cancer Crabs, okay? So you showed up in your own reading, okay? So that's good luck. But the Emperor and the Queen of Swords just represents how a lot of you Cancer Crabs are just over it. You're over the fighting, right? The nonsensical behavior, the going back and forth. The Emperor is a person who's very much so patient, but very much so has a lot of power. There's a lot of people willing to listen to what the Emperor or the King has to say. And then the Queen of Swords also representing you. But it does represent to how you, the Queen of Swords is a warning that to not think that everybody is the same, right? There are some people that are in your life in the form of friends, right? Potentially you've even met a couple of people that really like you. And if you haven't, met someone that really like you and you like them, it's saying don't cut yourself off from what could potentially happen, because if you do, then you won't meet someone that actually is a good match for you, Cancer crabs. So it's saying keep an open mind, and the Chariot represents you just have to be wiser about how you interact with them. Ask questions. I'm such a big advocate for asking questions, because when you're getting to know the person, you're listening to what it is that they have to say, they can always just lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie, they could just lie. But where you find out the truth is, again, many layers. But one of the layers is, even if they're lying to you and they're saying all the things that sound amazing, you still have to watch their actions after that. And if their actions don't make any difference, then it usually means that this person is lying, because their words and their actions actually have to match. They have to match each other. You know, they have to intertwine with one another. Even if they could be lying to you, Cancer crabs, this could also be a situation where you find out that there's something that they're not by having them slip up. A lot of times people will say certain things and they think that they're telling a good lie, and they're confusing someone else, when sometimes they can often confuse themselves, because they'll say something and then they'll say something else that's inconsistent, right? So now the Three of Swords and the Hanged Man, the Three of Swords and the High Priestess, it's about how, and for the people who, and these are not S-tests. This is not you S-testing somebody. This is just you using your observational skills. So what the Three of Swords and the Hanged Man is saying is, so what you, Cancer crabs, have to do is pay attention to who is not treating you right, who is not doing right by you, who is inconsistent. And the High Priestess represents, and also in the flip, pay attention to people who have a lot going on for themselves, because there's a sense of, the High Priestess is a warning. It shows that you, Cancer crabs, right? You even have the moon in the back there. This shows that you, Cancer crabs, really do need to pay attention to how, you know, you can meet someone right now, brand new, fly, but are those people going to be what you want, because they have a lot going for themselves? And that it's saying that you may end up overlooking them, because these people may be a little bit awkward. They may not necessarily be what you particularly thought they would have been, right? But they're great individuals. So this is a warning, right? So let's clarify the High Priestess. Moon, Fool, Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, and then you have the Ace of Cups. So the Moon, the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles, these three cards right here represents, again, and if it's not someone that's up to your par, stay away from them, move forward, right? But the King of Wands, it'll probably be someone who is very pompous, right? Someone who will tell you how important they are. Those are the type of people that you should definitely look past. But other than that, you, Cancer crabs, are definitely on the right track. You are healing yourselves emotionally. That's pretty much it. Peace.